The arm started this war, but Section 8 is going to finish it.
Tell us a little bit about Section 8.
Well, Section 8, it's a sci-fi first-person shooter where we have these two factions that are competing against each other on these large-scale outdoor maps. And players are equipped inside these advanced powered armor suits. They're able to customize it to a great degree. I mean, you could choose what weapons you want, what equipment you want, and you could even adjust the stats on your suit as well. Do you want more shields? Do you want more armor? Do you want to run faster? And once the player is ready to get into the game, he's actually dropping into the battlefield from 15,000 feet. So you can actually see the entire map below you. All the tanks rolling around, other players dropping in. So it's a pretty surreal experience.
Yeah, looking at that, I'm getting a little bit of a feel of games like Battlefield and sort of like that. Tell us about the combat here.
Sure. Well, basically Section 8, in our multiplayer game mode, it takes place in these large outdoor environments. And both of these factions are trying to take control of the strategic control points. So yeah, similar to games like the Battlefield franchise, these two teams are trying to take control of that. But in addition to just going around and capturing the different flags that are there, we also have a system of what we call dynamic combat missions, or DCMs for short. And these are basically dynamic objectives that'll come up. Things like escorting a VIP to one of your bases, taking a bomb and planting it in an enemy base, and when it detonates, it'll blow up all their defenses and make that base a lot easier for the team to take over.
Oh man, that's really cool right there. Now I noticed that not only can you be just as a certain character and choosing different classes, but also vehicles come into play in the battle. So tell us something about the vehicles that we can use.
Sure. Well, in Section 8, one of the themes that you might catch here is that we're trying to empower the player with a lot of options. So when it comes to vehicles, we let him choose anywhere that on the battlefield that he wants to have them delivered. So provided that you have enough requisition points, which you earn from doing kills, capturing control points, assisting other players by repairing them, you can actually call in a dropship. They'll dynamically come in from off map, drop a vehicle off wherever you want, and you can jump into something like our heavy tank. I'm a big fan of the heavy tank. It's a 4-seater. The driver gets this big gun on top, and there's also this big anti-infantry gun, these vertically launched missiles, which are pretty cool against other vehicles. But we also have this cool heavy armor suit. It's like a giant mech, and this thing can actually do a melee attack, and if it finishes a guy off, it'll actually pick him up and slam him into the ground, and it's pretty satisfying.
Kind of like an extra fatality to throw in there?
Exactly. Right.
I like to do the ones where you can just jump up high and then go ahead and beat the crap out of them on the way down.
Right.
That is really cool. Tell us about a little bit. Now, of course, the game does have a single-player campaign, so tell us a little bit about the single player.
Sure. In the single player in Section 8, you actually take on the shoes of Alex Cord. He's a relatively recent addition to the 8th Armored Infantry, nicknamed Section 8. And during the beginning of the campaign, we joined them when they're assaulting a planet called New Madrid. It's a desert world, much like the maps that you're playing on over here. And Section 8's mission is basically to take on this force of militants known as the Arm of Orion. They recently started taking over some of Earth's colonies. And throughout the course of the campaign, your mission is to liberate the colonists on this world, push the Arm of Orion off, and ultimately take the fight back to them and figure out, what their sinister intentions are.
Obviously, with the multiplayer, we talked a little bit earlier, 32 players online.
Right. So if you're just hosting your own listen server and it's just you on your Xbox or PC, host 16 players. But if you're running on a dedicated server, you'll be able to play with up to 32 players on that. And all of our multiplayer maps also support bots as well. So if you're on a half-full server with your friends, you can actually fill out the remaining slots with bots. And when new players come in, it'll just replace the bots and vice versa. And we also support all those maps in offline mode as well. So if you don't have a fast internet connection, if you don't want your kids going online, you could actually play all of our multiplayer maps against bots.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Now, of course, the big question we have to ask, when are we going to see Section 8?
Well, Section 8 is due out on the PC and the Xbox 360 this fall.
This fall. All right, this fall. We don't get the specific date, but we get this fall. All right, man, this looks like an awesome game. We've had the opportunity to play this at the show. Getting a chance, I see Big Ants kicking some ass up here upstairs. And first, I want to appreciate the time. Thank you very much. Look for this game, Section 8, coming out this fall on the Xbox 360 and PC.